air pollution is just one aspect of China that the government is striving to clean up. There's also the soil and water. And let's bring in Renyi Zhang, Distinguished Professor of Atmospheric Sciences at Texas A&M University. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's start with the air. Major improvements in 74 Chinese cities. Talk to us about how significant this is.
I think this is a very significant improvement. So typically, the air quality or the pollution levels at a location is determined by several factors, including emissions, how much pollutant you get into the air, and also determined by meteorology, how the air circulate, get pollutant accumulated, and also as important is chemistry. So this noticeable improvement in air quality basically is attributable to several things that the government has done in the past quite a few years. So basically the government has cut down a lot of heavy polluters in China, and so the pollution level, emission level has gone down. And the other very striking phenomenon is that the government is funding a lot of research to conduct, to investigate how pollutant form, the air chemistry, atmospheric chemistry. So the government actually have some good clue about reducing pollution levels. Of course, you cannot do much about meteorology because that's a natural phenomenon. So I think this dramatic in air quality policy because some of those regulatory measures, the effort put out by the government.
Zhang, also, we've done so many stories about China's move towards green technology in terms of, wind and solar. Is that contributing as well?
I think that's sort of tied up to the cost to benefit aspect of air quality. I think what's going on in China is really striking. So the government, because the government is putting a lot of restrictions on pollution emissions, but so companies, they see benefit to move to clean energies, and so there's solar energies, nuclear power energies. Those definitely help to cut down emissions. The other thing I think has to attribute it to the actions, regulatory actions by the government. Basically, whenever there's heavy pollution events, the government issue orange or red alert, so that cut down emissions. So I think it's definitely tied up to how business function and how government put restrictions on those opportunities.
Yeah, this is almost a three-pronged attack, though, that China is undergoing, because it's not just the air. One of the other challenges they see is, of course, in the ground, water. Talk to me about that, some of the other challenges that China is facing.
China is very fast developing countries, so the economy is booming, and as a result, so there's a lot of industrial activities and a lot of urbanization going on, and so that inevitably create all kind of pollution problems to the air, to the soil, and to the water. So there's going to be a long, outstanding struggle for the government. As I mentioned before, I mean, there's a lot of commercial opportunities that people may actually develop technologies to help to protect the environment.
Yeah, you're talking about the economy. We've told so many stories about so many people being pulled from poverty, but the flip side of that, of course, is there's more pollution as a result. And when you think about pollution, there are big advantages to cleaning it up, though, too, not just for health, but also in terms of economic benefits, since we brought up the economy as an issue. How true is that?
I think that's very true. I mean, basically, so there are downside of the story. There's also upside of the story. The downside of the story is that the pollution is going to cause all kind of environmental problems, such as human health. But on the upside is that there are enormous opportunities for business and for many other aspects. So I think this, there's certainly a lot of opportunities here.
Yes, Renyi Zhang joining us from Austin, Texas. Thanks so much. Our look at what's trending on Chinese social media.